Okay, first time doing one of these recordings in a while, so let's see how this goes. Um, wow, this is a little weird, honestly. To those of you who have been keeping an eye on this channel and periodically commenting to let me know that you're still checking things out, that you've been waiting for a return, and that you've missed the content that I made, I can't begin to apologize enough. I probably made it seem like either something fairly drastic had happened, or I had just, done the incredibly irresponsible thing and just completely abandoned the channel. And in truth, it's really more of the latter than the former. There aren't really any excuses I can make for myself, aside from the fact that I just have this embarrassing habit of basically pressing a reset button every time there is any sort of hiatus involved in an online persona or project that I'm working on. When I come back to it after a period of time of being unable or unmotivated to work on it, I feel disconnected from it, like it's no longer representative of who I am or what I'm trying to achieve. And the immediate impulse, or I guess I'm drawing a blank right now on what I'm trying to say. I guess there's just this part of me that feels compelled to start over and try something else and try again, which is not a great way to establish myself as a creator on the internet. Obviously, the only way that you can really successfully do this sort of thing is to commit to it and follow through. And that's always been one of my biggest struggles whenever I attempt something like this. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. I don't want to make this a thing where I'm just sitting here talking about myself for like an hour. God knows y'all have heard enough of that from the last couple videos I posted. The reason I'm making this is because I want to express a very emphatic and sincere bit of gratitude for everyone who took an interest in this channel and what I was doing with it. Believe it or not, despite a few comments that were saying he'll probably never see this, I actually have been seeing these comments. I've been seeing all the ones wondering if I'll be coming back, or wondering if I'm okay, checking in and making sure that I'm doing all right. And I won't say that I was just like reading them as I was getting them. I wasn't just like constantly lurking on the channel for the past 3 years being like, when will be my time to return? It was really more of I would be moving on to either doing whatever I'm doing with my current employment or trying to do a project elsewhere, and periodically I would return to the old email address associated with the channel and see that I had received these comments, and I never really quite knew how to respond to them. I guess the obvious answer would be to just, throw in a reply saying, hey, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm still here. But I guess my thought process was that I would need to do that for every single comment. And I didn't want to just be sitting there regurgitating the same soulless message over and over again. But I didn't feel confident in my ability to do like a personalized explanation for every single person who's asked either. So I guess the reason I'm recording this right now is for me to basically let everybody who has been watching the channel and has been curious as to what I've been up to or why I'm not posting anymore, uh, in on what the situation is, which is essentially I'm still alive. I'm fine. I'm not going to say I've gotten my life together and, sorted out the issues I expressed the last time I posted to this channel. I'm still kind of, dealing with my own shit, but I'm fine. I'm not like anything major or disastrous has happened to me that's resulted in my absence. Really, what it boils down to is just more of a nervousness and awkwardness and an inability to really push myself to come back and say something prior to this point, and that's completely ridiculous. It's been 3 years without me doing anything, except I think occasionally posting snarky responses to some of the more trollish comments I've gotten. I don't know why those are the people that I was humoring while ignoring all of the positive and supportive comments that I received. Again, I don't really have an excuse for any of this other than I guess I'm just not very good at this sort of thing. I wanted to be. I wanted to really try to create an avenue through which I could express myself creatively, both through writing and through art and through voice acting. And recognizing my own limits in all of those avenues is something that has always served as a source of demotivation, and it results in me reaching a point typically where I just give up and stop and move on to trying to do something more practical, like hold down a job somewhere that actually will consistently put me in a position of being able to support myself. And then when I come back to actually try to do something that I'm passionate about, it ends up in a situation where I just press that reset button and go somewhere else and try something else. And that's usually that just results in, whatever previous project I was doing just dying and being left dead. But by leaving this channel on YouTube, out of, I guess, consideration for the people who actually enjoy listening to the videos as a source of relaxation, I put myself in a position where I was basically leaving a lot of extremely considerate and wonderful people who took an interest in my content and my well-being unattended to for a lengthy period of time, which was a very insensitive and irresponsible thing for me to do. So, God, I made this so much more rambling than I intended for it to be. I intended for it to be a very quick video, to just basically say, I'm fine. There's no reason for anybody to be concerned about my well-being at this time. I just kind of fell off of this whole project and got caught up with doing things in real life and never came back. And I am deeply, deeply sorry for leaving all of the people who were actually interested in my content, for leaving all of you hanging. I genuinely appreciate all of the kind words and all of the support that was given to me while I was working on this project and since I left the project. And I wish you all the best. I hope that you're all doing well. I know that this past year has been just unbelievably difficult for just about everybody. And 2021 is shaping up to be pretty rough in its own right. So I'm really, really hoping that we start moving in a more positive direction, that things get better. And I really hope that everybody who's listening to this right now is doing well. Um, so again, I'm sorry for leaving this unattended for so long. I'm sorry for being such an irresponsible ass about this. I should have um I should have put some sort of notification up a long time ago letting everybody know that I probably will not be returning to this channel again. Um I know that there are a lot of people who have expressed that they wish I would do more of the Undertale ASMR content, and um, I am in a mindset where don't feel bad about the content I made. I don't feel like embarrassed of it, or of the mentality of, oh, this is just not reflective of the quality that I would like to achieve. It's it's not that I'm like opposed to the content itself, in the sense that I just don't want to be associated with it anymore, so much as I just genuinely don't feel the same sort of motivation and passion for that sort of content specifically, that I feel like I could actually put any sort of worthwhile quality into it. I believe that if I composed uh, that sort of video now, it would be something that I was forcing, and it wouldn't be something that would be enjoyable to listen to as a result, because I do not have the level of talent or capability to produce high quality work if I'm not actually interested in said work. If I don't feel anything for what I'm doing, it's going to be very obvious. It's going to obviously be a lazily produced, half-assed product. So I even, when I first started considering recording this, I even considered recording it as Sans delivering the message, and then I thought about it for a second. I was like, that would be so bad. That would be so that just wouldn't work at all. I don't know why I would even consider that. So obviously that didn't happen. But anyway, I probably shouldn't drag this out any longer. If anybody's still listening, I'm genuinely amazed, because this is probably the most boring thing anybody's ever put on YouTube. I feel like you could probably just record a wall with wet paint on it drying, and that would be more interesting to watch than this. So, thank you again to everybody who posted so many kind and supportive comments. Thank you for checking in on me regularly. I promise you there's nothing to be concerned about on my end of things. I'm about the same as always for the most part. And if I ever decide for any reason to just dive right back in to doing some sort of audio related or ASMR related content on YouTube, I'll post something here to let everybody know, or I may just do it from this channel just to save time. I don't know, but it's probably not going to happen. I don't want to like get anybody's hopes up or send the wrong kind of message with that. The reason I'm saying that at all is just to say, like, I wouldn't intentionally leave all of you in the dark and just be like, no, you don't get to see the content I'm making now. It's more just I just dropped doing that sort of stuff. So anyway, I guess that's really all I had to say. I'll go ahead and just wrap this up by saying let's hope that 2021 shapes up a little and that things get better for everybody. And thank you again so much. And I'm sorry.